Okay, welcome everybody. I'm live. So, hope you're all enjoying your guitars. Right, so whether the sound is any good, guys. Can you hear me? Great. Hey, Amy. Hey, Nick. All right, so are my dots on there? Oh, shit, they've all gone off. All right, let me paint some dots, guys. Call this liquid paper in Australia. So I don't know what you call it there in the US of A. Amy told me the other day, but I forget. Anyway, here goes the dots. The old dots, the pentatonic dots. They're starting to look a bit chunky, aren't they? Wonky. All right, well, I'll leave that for now to dry. And of course, you already know that this guitar is in open G. That's all I'm doing. G. And that this dot here on the 10th fret is normally over here on the 9th fret, right? On all guitars. Ignore it because I don't know why they've got it on there. No one does. If anyone can explain to me why the dots on the 9th fret, please share it because it belongs here. Pentatonic. Follow the dots. And that's the pentatonic scale, minor. Okay. So let's leave the guitar for a bit. Now, what I want to do is show you what you can do with the fretboard in open G, which is just amazing. I think it's equally as versatile as standard tuning, and I think it's the most underestimated tuning in the history of history. It's just perfect. So, but the thing is, it's limited because you can't play minor chords, right? It's all set up to major. Now, I did show you how you get over that. It's an easy way to get over that. So if that's G, right? Well, then, because we know that these three strings have not been changed, standard tuning, only these two, these two have been tuned down to a D and a G, and this one down to a D. But these three in the middle, they're all the same. So that's a G, everyone knows that, no brainer. Standard tuning, play it like that, right? Which I can't play because it's going to sound stupid. But that's rum chuck, that's a G. Everyone knows that. Okay? So, but now that's a G. So we can do the 7th scale tone chords. Easy. G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, F sharp diminished, I'll leave it. Oh no, I can't do that. That's out of tune. And then G. So what we're going to learn is how to use the fretboard without that. Or that's what's called fifths. Remember that? That's still the C chord. But C shares chords with A minor, C, A minor. Right? So fifths. Thirds. And notice that the finger positions haven't changed for fifths or for thirds. So fifths now let me just do thirds. Can you see how much you have here? The rich playing music. So yeah. The 154 cup, the 145 songs, right? Well, then they've got this. Fifths as options or thirds. But that's diatonic, and we're doing pentatonic. So what we're going to learn is a thing called substitute chords. Now we've already done that. I've already introduced you to it when we did Credence Clearwater Revival song, Proud Mary. We went like this, right? No, what did I do? Why am I getting the liquid paper all over that hasn't dried yet, has it? Shit. Anyway, let me do it with the, where did we go? No. Okay. Now, already you can see this is not really, the introduction is not doing 1, 1, 4, 5. It's 1, 4, 5. Right, we've already gone up to here, to the F, G, F, D. It's hard to keep that cape, it looks crooked. Every time I look at it, it looks freaking crooked. It annoys me. So, F, where the dot is, that's a good G. job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute till I hitched a ride on the riverboat Queen. Big wheels keep on turning. Now we know that the next song chord is in E minor. Bang! So we think, oh well, that's not a 1-4-5 song. Can't teach that to a hobo on the street. Yes, you can. Because there's a thing called substitute chords, and I already taught you that. Instead of going to the E minor here, big wheels keep on turning. I did it 2 weeks ago. Big wheels keep on turning. Raspberry keep on burning. Well, you see, E minor shares two notes with C and with G. So you can take your pick, but preferably don't go to the tonic. Try and get, like a subdominant. Now listen to Big Wheels Keep on Turning. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleep until I used to ride on the riverboat Queen. Big wheels keep on turning. Raspberry keep on burning. Obviously, no brainer. Now, if I was going to do that with this, I'd be playing it like this. Raspberry, I'd go. Big wheels keep on turning. Raspberry keep on burning. Because that's E minor. Got the E there, and I've got the flattened third there. But it sounds pretty bad, just 2 notes, right? So E minor shares 2 notes with C. Just why not go back to the C? Now listen to it. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. Big wheels keep on turning. Raspberry keep on burning. No E minor. Gone to the subdominant. Raspberry keep on burning. Rolling, roll on the river. So, how do we do substitute chords? I'll show you right now. So let's get rid of the key of A. Let's get rid of the key of C. And just stick with G, right? Because that's what we're doing. All right. So what I've done, we have an E minor. So all these numbers, they're all numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Let's do the octave. And make the 6 sexy. 6 has to look sexy. It just has to. And mine is not a fucking very... Make that look sexy. How do you make a 6? Ooh. Right. Now, so remember what I said was diatonic scale. So in the key of C, you have a first, a third, and a fifth. That's what you call, where the red dots are, that's what you call a C major chord, because a chord has to have 3 notes. A harmony is 2 notes, and a single note is a note, a melody. Right? A melody, a harmony, a chord. Now, in the key of C, all the chords are going to be white. So you're going to have a D minor, will be the second, and E minor will be the third. F major will be the fourth. G major will be the fifth. A minor will be the sixth. F sharp diminished will be the seventh. Oh, no. I'm going to G. What the freaking hell am I doing? I'm so sorry. Start again. The first is a major. Second is a minor. The third is a minor. The fourth is a major. The fifth is a major. A minor is the sixth. The seventh will be B diminished. There you go. Right, so we haven't touched any of the black chords. That's what's called scale tone chords. It's so important that you remember this, guys. First thing you learn on piano, right? So first thing they teach you is this. I don't know, maybe they put the thumb on the C, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but that's it, C. Right? And then they teach you that the second note is a D minor. All I'm doing is shifting everything up, guys. E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, back to C. All right. So we already know that in the key of G, these are the chords. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, major. Now we can't use any of these minors and diminish these black ones. That's why I've got them in black. So what we do is we split the middle and we play the middle. Okay? So, for instance, G is the first, A is the second. But it's not an A, it's an A minor. So it's not this. It's this. A minor. And then B minor. And then a C. Then a D. See, that's where the it's still a D. All right, that's how you normally play it. When you're playing the guitar, you're playing it like this. That's a D. That's a C when you're playing standard guitar. It's still the same here with open G. It's the same position, okay? This is always C, it always will be. That's where C lives, in the middle. Okay, so middle C. So what we've done is instead of playing the A minor, the second and the third, we're going straight down the middle and we're playing B flat. So we've got the Rolling Stone, Little Red Rooster. How many songs have I showed you that use this and this? Right, so we just got rid of these minors here, and we split the difference, and we went to there. Now the same thing happens over here. Throw away the seventh, throw away the sixth, throw away that second and the third, and that's obviously the first. So what all we do is this. Flatten the third and flatten the seventh. We put them here. And they are here and here, where I have my mysterious 10th fret dot. Every other guitar's got it over here, right? All right. So now the Rolling Stones famous for open songs. In fact, I'll show you a list. That I only prepared this list. I think I did it 2 days ago. Look at the songs in open G. Start Me Up, Jumping Jack Flash, Tumbling Dice, Little Red Rooster, Gimme Shelter, Honky Tonk Woman, Can You Hear Me Knocking, Brown Sugar, Happy, and You Can't Always Get What You Want. All in open, all right? So Little Red Rooster. So Little Red Rooster. Last week we did Bad to the Bone. Same chords, right? I better get in tune. Okay. So that's the bone. That's all it is, guys. Little Red Rooster, same thing. So is that Venus power chord, right? It's yellow. You see red, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, red. Oh, by the way, if you want proof of that too, by the way, people, in the first show I did, I said Aries is red, Taurus is red, orange, Gemini is orange. Well, let's go to Pythagoras and what he has to say about that, shall we? So you'll click on the first click that I sent you guys, that first click link, sacred texts. Click on that. I'm going to share my screen. And you see here, when the 12 colors are related to 12 signs of the zodiac, they are arranged as the spokes of a wheel. To Aries is assigned pure red. To Taurus, and this is Pythagoras, guys, okay? All right, just in case, the synesthetic method goes back thousands of years, all right? It's not mine. Just so you don't think that, you know, I'm some kind of freaking out of control genius here and I worked this all out myself. No, I read a lot of books, okay? I read a lot of books. Gemini, pure orange. Cancer, orange yellow. Leo, pure yellow. I tend to disagree with that. I think Leo is yellow-green. It's yellow-green. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I think I have to disagree with Pythagoras on Leo. And I'm hunching that, well, I don't know. Virgo is green, the key of C. Libra is pure green. Oh, no, Virgo's yellow-green. See, no, this is what I don't agree with. Virgo's green. And Libra is green-blue. Okay? Not Scorpio. And then he's dragged Sagittarius out to be blue. Well, I've got Scorpio as blue. Capricorn is indigo. It's not violet. He hasn't even got indigo here. I don't know what happened. Aquarius is pure violet. Well, Capricorn's blue-violet, is he? Okay. Pisces is violet-red. Well, it's ultraviolet. So let me just show you what he's doing. Sounds still good? Please let me know if the sound's still good, and I'll just continue. Somebody, anybody listening in the chat? All I need is a yes. Can you hear? Yes. No. Maybe you can't hear me. That's why. With all the problems, technical problems that I have, it's just astounding, man. I'll just wait for a reply, guys. Oh yeah, okay, I've got it. I'm looking in the wrong spot. You see, that's how technically I might know my syncretism, but I don't know my computers. Let's see if we can get an effect. Where's the freaking effects when you need? Oh, two hands. What the? What about that one? No, I don't do that one. I want an effect. Anything, please. I used to be the devil. I could do this. I had power. All right, forget about it. Anyway, so let's. I'm going to do what Pythagoras is, and then I'll teach. Okay, so take your pick. Aries is red. That's unquestionable. Aries. Taurus, red, orange, I agree. Gemini, pure orange, I agree. Cancer, yellow, orange. Well, I've got it as yellow. Leo, pure yellow. Pythagoras. Okay. Virgo, yellow, green. Well, everyone knows that I've got this as green. Libra, pure green. I don't know. I've got it here. He's got it here. Scorpio, green, blue. Sagittarius, blue. See, I've definitely got Scorpio as blue. The D. D sharp is more towards D. See, they don't have here, so I don't know what to say, guys. And the other problem I have with Pythagoras is that he claims that that since C is the lowest note, 32 hertz, it has to be red. And there is a school of thought that teaches contrary to what I'm teaching, that C is red. I can't for the life of me understand that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound red. You know, it's green, and all I know is that C is green and blue is and D is blue. Like I'm not really on the others. I used to think that I used to tell everybody that the famous flamenco A chord is red, and of course that corresponds to Pythagoras as well. But anyway, I want to get back to this neck of the guitar. So I'm always out of tuning. That's now for all of you guys who, I mean, I've just showed you what you can do diatonically. It's beautiful. That's diatonic. But in the pentatonic now, and since we're sticking with 1-4-5 chords, and there's a reason for it, because from there you'll be able to do everything. Everything. So stick with me. Don't get bored. Yeah. Well, I have a friend about G, about the key of, about C being green. I've got scientific proof. I mean, I may be wrong about this being red, G being red, and C being green. That's for now. It's not even a thing. All right. But it's going to have to be a thing one day. Scientifically, we're going to have to be we're going to be have to have machines or technology that can say yes for sure. This frequency, which is a G, which really I should just play the G, is red. We can measure it. There it is. And then we can all just put it to rest. But for now, let's not argue. But let's go back to the green for a minute. I've got a friend who's a genius. He's got patents more than Thomas Edison. Okay. And he said to me that he grew plants. He didn't tell me which key, I guessed it. He said, there is one key that is chlorophyll rich, one of the 12. And he said that whenever he played music in that key and that sound, the plants just outgrew all the other plants in every other key. And I said to him, would that he was being very, very coy and very sort of protective of his knowledge, but he's a humble man. And I said, because I guessed it, he just had to come out with it. I said, would that be by chance the key of C? And he looks at me knowing that he doesn't have to answer anything, right? He's the scientist, he's the genius. And out of respect for me, he said, yes, the key of C. So anyway, because I saw you guys having a chat about C not being red, but just remember Pythagoras attributed red to C because the lowest note, and the lowest note has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be red. This is the thing. I do believe that there is the mistake here is the fact that they are arguing. They don't know this. They're still arguing that it's red. Because at 32 hertz, that's the lowest note, which is C. So D. Anyway, I can't find it right now. to C. So they argued this. I don't know whether they had technology to test it or whatever, but remember, the other thing is that here we're not just playing G here, we're playing D and B, because that we're playing a major chord. We're not playing a G note. We're playing a G chord, and a chord has to have minimum 3 notes. So we've got F, D, which Keith Richards, by the way, when he plays open G, he gets rid of this string. He throws it out the window. Don't need it. Yeah, I need it. It's very handy. Okay, so D, G, D, G, B, D. So even though D is blue and B is like yellow, how do we get a red? Because first and foremostly, they're not including the harmonies of the major chord. They're just sticking to the notes. So that just has to be red. It has to be. And that's Aries, Agnes, G, 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 Agnes, the lamb. So I'll do it again, and I'm just gonna be shifting a half a step from Pythagoras, but I insist that it has to be this way, because when you understand the pentatonic scale, then it all fits. And when everything fits, then all of these geniuses and all of their great learnings that they gave us may have to be modified. I don't know, but if it doesn't all come together, then it doesn't work. And so far, what I'm putting together up until now and forevermore, as you will see, it all comes together. It makes sense to me, just like syncretism does. Okay, so red, Taurus, red, orange, Gemini, orange, Cancer, yellow or orange yellow, Leo, yellow, Virgo, green, Libra, blue, green, Scorpio, Sag, blue, indigo, Capricorn, indigo, Aquarius, violet, Pisces, ultraviolet. Pythagoras says it's violet red, and then back to red. We've done the whole rainbow. See, that's the chromatic rainbow. But we only want, well, actually, we're only using 5 of the colors. We're not actually. So let's do the rainbow, the 7 tonic notes. So I'm going to be playing G, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and F sharp diminished. Okay, so red. Keep it going. A minor, the second. G, second. Orange. B minor, yellow. C, green. D. Notice how I put my finger. I've always been taught my finger on top of that finger when you're barring. It gives you more strength, guys. Don't just bar like this. If possible, if you can spare that other finger, put it on top. You got 2 fingers now. It's really strong, right? And never ever put your thumb directly behind. Don't pinch like that. Try and put your thumb here, 4 bit more, to be in the middle of all the 4 fingers instead of just back there. So what I'm saying is, don't play like this. See how I've got that finger on top, pressing down at the C? Now I have my thumb a little bit over here. because it's got, now I've got better action. See my thumb? My thumb is not here where everybody else has their thumb. It's too restrictive. You have your thumb over here. Now all these fingers, look at this, the reach of my little finger. From C, I can go to the 10th fret. From the 5th to the 10th fret, just by having my thumb in the right spot. Okay? So let's go back to this. First G, second A minor, third is A minor. Let me do it the right way. C, the 4th major, D, major, E, the 6th minor, and then F sharp diminished, the 7th, back to G. So we've got all the colors of the rainbow in the diatonic scale tone chords. Let's do it again. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, red. Okay. But we're not doing. Yes, I'm going to be teaching you how to, use those. Right. But since we're tone chords, we've got red, yellow, green, blue, violet, and that's it. There's no indigo, and there's pretty much no orange. But yes, there is. Because no one, not even the Japanese and the Chinese who played most of their music on pentatonic, they played that diatonic. That's pretty much a European thing, to play all these nice, That's all from Italy. That's all Europe. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And Pythagoras and the Greeks. But in Africa, here in the Americas, it's all pentatonic. Okay, 5 notes. It's more manageable. Now, how many songs are these of the Rolling Stones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I just picked out 10 the other day. I did some research. I know there's a few more. There's probably about, because they did stuff in Open E, which is different in structure to Open G. Open E is great, but and Open F, you can do F, E, A. G is the best. Okay, so for many reasons. For a start, it still retains the original, those 3 strings, which is so important, because then you can get your scale tone chords in there. You might be doing something pentatonic. Rock and roll, 12 bar blues. Rock and roll, 12 bar blues. Rock and roll, rock and roll. I love rock and roll, yeah. But where was I going? Yeah, I forget now. But okay. So the beautiful thing now is in standard tuning, to play rock and roll, you see, any note you play will be like a suspended. That's Jesus. That's fixed. Now, because D is the fifth, that has to be the sixth. So now we've got rock and roll because we know that the flattened seventh and the sixth is what makes music sexy in rock and roll, i.e. Right? So the good thing about it in open G is it's easy because you just go. In standard tuning, it's so more difficult. Let's do it in G, because to get the fifth, you've got to get to here, and to get the sixth, you've got to do that. Oops. See, so I've got the first G, I've got a D here, the fifth, and then I've got to go up here for the sixth, and the seventh is there. So you've got. And you've got to keep that finger on there, right? Everybody knows this. Let's do it in open. That stretch to get this flattened seventh and back to the sixth. So rock and roll guitarists, they're all breaking their backs playing four bar blues. Whereas get rid of this standard tuning and make it easy on yourself and just play with one finger. Look how much I have to stretch that little finger now. It's not like this anymore. So I've got C chord, and I'm just playing that note there. The sixth. Then I go to the D. So let's do rock and roll. Been a long time since I rock and roll. Been a long time since I rock and roll. Let me get it back, let me get it back, let me get it back. Where I come from. The whole point of it was to do this, so I should have. Actually, they go like this. Okay, so been a long time, been a long time, been a long time, been a lonely time. So all that lonely, that's what you call a turnaround. And I taught you that already, which goes. Okay, better. All right. So yeah, so the turnaround sort of, and that's what they're doing. Been a long time since I rock and roll. Get it back, let me get it back, let me get it back. Baby, where I come from. Been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely, lonely, lonely. While he's singing, lonely, lonely, and John Bonham's just playing the drums. Lonely, lonely, lonely. That's the turnaround to go back to the start of the 12-bar blues. They do the same thing in Boogie with Stew. Let me get that just quickly. Boogie. Okay, Boogie with Stew chords. Let me change the key already to G. All right, they ripped this song off Richie Valens, of course. So shameless. They got sued by Richie Valens' mother, by the way, and they lost. So much for people shit on Led Zeppelin for plagiarizing everybody. So what am I going to do? Boogie with Stew. Okay. This is to show you the turnaround idea. Baby, in town now, baby. We just go. Hang on. I've got to find out where to sing that. I just can't find the pitch right now to what the fuck did I just do then? Hmm? All right, Boogie with Stew. Let's have a look. Okay, I got it. All right, so been in town now, baby. Okay, I'm hearing weird shit. Can everybody still hear me? Why did Jimmy play in E flat tuning? That was just on his Fender Stratocasters. Because Fender Stratocasters had 3 pickups on them. And when Fender Stratocasters are played in the standard tuning, they don't sound as good as when you tune them down a half a tone. Doesn't happen with Gibsons because Gibsons only have two pickups. right? Just to answer your question, Erosion. Good question, man. Fender Stratocasters, never ever get one and just keep it in standard tuning. All the great Strat players of history, they all tune them down a half a step, every string, a half a step to E flat. Good question. These are the questions I'm hoping to get from really, really, really advanced musicians, because the basics of what I'm teaching will reveal all the mysteries of everything to you. Everything. Edgar Cayce said, if you know music, you know almost everything there is to know about the universe. You guys, you probably do appreciate how important what I'm teaching you is, but one day, you'll say, thank God I paid attention to boring Santos, who just keeps showing us 5 freaking boring chords. Thank God. Um, so yeah, you're still hearing me. All right. So Boogie with Stu. I want to show you the turnaround idea. So with rock and roll, been a long time since I'm rock and roll. Let me get back. Let me get back. Been a long time. Been a long time. Been a long, lonely, 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 lonely. They do this again. Physical graffiti, just 2 years after, in this song, ripped off Richie Valens, All My Head. Okay, here we go. Boogie with Stu. Actually, let me give you the, let me put that song in there as well, so that we're all sort of user friendly here. Here we go. Been in town now, baby. We just gotta rock on. Yeah, 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 darling. We just gotta go home. I don't wanna tutti frutti, no lollipop. Come on, baby, just rock, rock, rock. So they do it when they go, I don't, oh, God. Let's start again. Oh, let's do the second verse. Yeah, 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 honey. We've been shaking all night. Oh, darling, we just gotta rock and roll. We just got to roll right. Oh, and then it just does a turnaround. Oh, my head, rock on. All right, so hey baby, 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 hey baby. I don't want no tutti frutti, no lollipop. Come on, baby, just rock, rock, rock. And that's the turnaround. Have a listen to that song, guys, okay? Another 12 bar blues, just like rock and roll. It wasn't as famous, of course, but anyway, I'll go back to the point of what I'm teaching. So with most songs, all right. So rock and roll is easy. We've just learned that, right? There's the flattened seventh. That's the major seventh. Flattened seventh. It's all easy. Who can't do this? Got an angry blue. I got the angry blue. You know, you can put attitude in. There's a million ways that this is being played. Something like a shuffle. The Rolling Stones. That's a shuffle. Right? There's so many ways you can play that rock and roll sixth. It's the sixth, the sexy sixth, and the sexy flattened seventh. Muted a bit. It's your heart beating. That's sixth. It doesn't belong because remember, first, third, fifth. So going back to substitute chords, I better do this first. So with Proud Mary, what I did was left a good job in the city, working for the man night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleep, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary. I didn't go to the E minor. I used a substitute chord. Now, substitute chords are always the one next to the one next to your chord. So you never substitute this chord for this chord. It's always this one or this one. This one, and this one can never substitute this in this context. So G can be substituted with B minor, or with a D, or with an F sharp diminished. So in this of Proud Mary, we came to an E, and we said E minor, the sixth. We came to the sixth, and we know that it's going to be a minor, just like the second and the third, they're minors. Sixth is a minor. So we replaced the E minor with a C. There you go. It's simple. So let's say you've got a song that's got G minor, a G. It's just two chords, G minor and A minor. Well, you can't replace A minor with that because it's next door to it, and you can't that because it's next door. You have to jump two. So A minor, just play that. So if you've got a song that only uses G and A minor, this song with then it goes up to the sad second minor. But remember, substitute chords are always, it's like in astrology, the sign next to the way is not compatible to you. So let's take my sign Aries, for instance. Pisces behind me, not compatible. Taurus in front of me, not compatible. But if I go to the next signs from them, Aquarius and Gemini, oh yeah, Aries gets along with Geminis and Aquarius way better than they do with Pisceans and Taurines. So they're like substitute signs, compatible signs. So you got now that we're keeping things simple and we're resisting this tempting knowledge of the scale tone chords and how to get minors and jazz chords. We'll get to that. But the first thing is we have to understand substitute chords like interchangeable letters like the R and the L, M and N, D and T, B and P, B and V. Right? So we got away with it because I went like this. Uh-huh. All right, that's better anyway. All Oh my God. Okay, so so what was I doing? All right. I forget what I was doing, guys, but all right, so yeah, so if rock and roll is easier, now Keith Richards is famous for throwing away, when he played open G, he threw away this string. Just get rid of it. Useless, right? And he was famous for using this is the Keith Richards chord, the famous Keith. He plays it in every single one of these songs. Every single one. He doesn't just play open, he plays a lot of open G songs, man. The Rolling Stones are famous for open Gs. All right? So here's an example, Start Me Up. I love this in the 80s. It was one of my favorite songs from the Tattoo You album, I think. You make a grown man cry. You make a grown man cry. All right, so I would get familiar with that because funny thing is about this is it also is what I showed you before, which goes in the diatonic. So this very thing that Keith Richards and all these bluesmen used to do, all of them, Brown Sugar. How does Brown Sugar go? Let me, yeah, it starts here with the G, then it goes to the D, no, it goes to the C. I'm forgetting right now. I'll probably do all that next week. But here's like, all right, here's a song I just remembered. Honky Tonk Woman. I met her. Sorry. Now I'm confusing that with another song, but they basically just, they use the same chords. See, everybody knows this. Anyone who's a guitarist knows what I'm doing here. It's in Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Hang on, like so. Yeah, Pink Floyd, right? So, and all the blues guys do this. They all do this. So, Honky Tonk Woman, G, you always hear them do that. They always, every song has got this. All right, so I'm wanting you to basically get to know the fretboard because it's the same. So if you want to do a pentatonic scale, well, here's how we do it. G, unfortunately, you have to go up to C here. You have to go up to this because there's, normally you don't play scales like that. You just play them like that, right? But anyway. There it is. So let's see what we can do with that. That's better. So let's just do the G pentatonic scale. Oh, I made a mistake. No, yeah, that's better because everything's shifted up. Remember, this string was shifted down, so in the normal pentatonic scale, everybody knows this. All guitarists know this. They've got none of that's changed. That's exactly the same as any other guitar, this shape. But normally you do the same thing on this string. You can't because it's tuned down. Therefore, you have to go up. Right, so see, it's shifted up. It would have been here before, but unfortunately you've got to go up to here, which is not unfortunate because you've got all this good stuff. You've got in the key of G, you've got let me try and do something sexy. And if that's the case with G, then it's the same with C. And that's the same with D. Just play your rock and roll in the background. You know how we were talking about the turnaround before, the one that goes. Well, then there's also a turn up, turn around, where you go from the tonic up to the subdominant, and in rock and roll it's like this. And in flamenco too, they call it the llamada, the turnaround. So it's in every music. You know, you have a verse, you have a chorus, you have a turnaround, you have a bridge. These are all parts of music that you're going to be learning. Okay. So the two songs that we're going to be learning, I thought to myself, well, why don't I just go back to the very first songs that I learnt when I was 9 years old and prove this 1-4-5 thing, you know? And the first songs I learnt was Obladi Oblada by the Beatles and Moonshadow by Cat Stevens. So let's have a look and see if it conforms with the old 1-4-5. And if it doesn't, if we can use a substitute chord. Like we always know that the E minor, because see, that we had in Creedence Clearwater, you know. Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary. That should be the rightful chord, E minor. It's in the song. You can't change that. You can't change that. That's how Creedence wrote the song. But E minor has an E in it, right? And it has a G in it. Well, that's C does as well. See? E and G. E and G. So you might as well replace that E minor with a C. And it sounds the same, doesn't it? Really. Only E minor is sad and major is happy. So we got, I washed a lot of plates in Memphis, pumped a lot of pain down New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of the city till I hitched a ride on the riverboat queen. Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling. It works. I went to the dominant 7 instead of the E minor. Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. That's E minor there. E minor. Oh, let's do it here. So, big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. The only difference is it has a B note, but it still has, see, E minor is E, G, and B. Well, the B note's the difference. But you can substitute E minor for C. So now Proud Mary is a 1-4-5 song. You can make the rules as you go. You can use substitute chords. You don't have to say atum. You can say adum. Right? So the same with obladi oblada. There's a point here where they go. So it goes. Desmond has a barrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in the band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face and Elvis. Oh, okay. I've got the wrong. Desmond has a barrow. Is that the wrong? Desmond, yeah. Desmond has a barrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in the band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And yeah, I'm supposed to go higher, aren't I? That's out of tune. It's not out of key. It's out of tune. I'll have to listen to it, but why didn't I freaking listen to it at least and remember it? I mean, I used to sing it when I was freaking 9, right? Desmond has a barrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in the band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your faces. And Molly says she takes him by the hand. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Blah. Right? Brah. When he says brah, brother, he goes to E minor 7. Brah. Well, you don't have to do that. So, obladi, oblada, life goes on. No. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Brah. You could just add the rock and roll song. Brah. Right? And that's the only time that it's not a 1-4-5 song. So let's continue. La 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 la. So, oh bloody, life goes on. La la la, life goes on. Oh bloody, life goes on. La la la, life goes on. Anyway, same thing. Desmond takes his trolley to the jeweler's store, buys a 20-carat golden ring, takes it back to Molly waiting at the door, and to her she begins to sing. Oh bloody, life goes on. Blah, la la la, life goes. La la la, life goes on. Oh bloody, life goes on. La la la, life goes on. No, it goes to a C. No, it's a D. Yeah. So la la la, life goes on. Life goes. See that tension? Life goes. It's pointing. You know, it's like opening the door for someone, and then life goes on. Yeah. Oh, and then there's this bit here where it goes, in a couple of years they had built their home sweet home. And then it does all these funny chords, but you can just go with a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Marley Jones. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Desmond lets the children learn a hand. Marley stays at home and does her pretty. I should be singing this higher. Molly stays at home and does her pretty face, and in the evening she's still singing with the band. Oh bloody, life goes on. Blah, la la la, life goes on. If this is not a 145 song, I don't know what is. Hot diggity goddamn it, let me tell you. So I better clean these glasses up so I can see the screen. I'm nearly blind because I've been looking at that damn screen for 25 years, 12 hours a day. Stupid screen. Yeah, there's only that bit in the middle where it goes up. In a couple of years, they'll build. Oh, sorry. And now I'm out of pitch. In a couple of years, they'll be. In a couple of years, they'll build their home. That funny little bit, which is kind of, in my opinion. But the rest is a funky song, man. It's you know, happy ever after in the marketplace. Molly lets the children to lend a hand. Desmond stays at home and does. This is good. They turned it around. Now Desmond stays at home and does his pretty face. Okay, so yeah, this is where it gets a little bit sort of kinky. Desmond stays at home and does his pretty face, and in the evening she's a singer with a band. Yeah. Oh yeah, so the verse flips over. I'll do it again. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Molly lets the children lend a hand. Okay, right. Before it was Desmond, now it's Molly. Desmond stays at home and does his pretty face. And in the evening she's a singer with a band. There you go, man. I caught him out. I didn't realize that. I knew it did a switcheroonie, but I think it's, yeah, that's funny. Anyway. Oh bloody, life goes on. Life goes on. La, 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 life goes on. Simple. Oh bloody, life goes on. I wish if I could hit the right. On, life goes on. And there it's got an E minor for on. I wouldn't go to that E minor at all. That I would go to I'd go to a G. You know why? Why? It's the same chord. It's the relative minor of G, right? All right, let's move on to the next song. Moon Shadow by Cat Stevens. Boogie Woogie. Let's see if everybody's still with me. How you going, guys? Why was 2 days ago cancelled? I'll explain that to you next week on Tuesday. I don't want to do it on this channel because I don't want to be talking about the itch today and other interferences. See, when I'm teaching this music, right, I don't have any technical problems. In fact, how's it sounding to you guys? Is this good quality? Yeah, okay. All right, so 2 days ago, Mars Day, not only for the fact that there were hundreds of thousands of fireworks down in San Cristobal here, it was annoying me. I was sick from the morning with all the fireworks and everything going on down here. They had a December's called the Festival of the Clowns. You know, payaso, the goofy clowns. Yeah. Anyway, it's very, very rowdy. So, and then all my equipment and everything that I set up to work perfectly well as today, everything goes wrong. Not just one thing, everything. Anyway, I'll talk about it on Tuesday. I'm going to make some changes with everything, guys. Things are going to get better, even with this. I bought a mic the other day, but it's the wrong mic. But I'm going to get a good mixer and everything, and I'm going to get this really, really sounding good, right? All right, I'm not having buffering, am I? Okay. So I'm still with you guys. Okay, Moon Shadow. Here we go. Cat Stevens. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon shadow. No, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon. No. Being followed. All right, let me get Cat Stevens out. I'm just not. Can you believe it? I'm not pitching. I could do it, but do I want to waste 5 minutes, or I don't know how long it's going to take for me to, find the pitch. It's just amazing. And in 1 second, I'll have it. Here we go. Is the great legend himself. Yeah, he's got a deep voice. That's why I tried to be Robert Plant, guys. Oh, I'm being. Hang on, what did he do? He's really low. Moon shadow. Oh, I'm being followed. Okay, I've got the pitch. I got the pitch right now. Here we go. I used to have it when I was a little boy, but I forgot it because I've been playing flamenco in the meantime for my career. I'm being followed by a moon. Moon. Oh, I fucked that up. Gee. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon. Okay. Oh, I'm being. I'm. What? It's not even in the freaking. Is it the same key? I'm getting confused. Did I give you guys the one in the key of G? Yeah. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon shadow. Moon shadow, moon shadow. Leaping, leaping, leaping. What? Okay. Winding followed by a moon. I got the wrong. He's doing it in a different key. Okay, so what am I going to do then? I'm being followed by a moon. Ah, okay. So this is probably not going to sound good in G. I'm being followed by a moon shadow. Moon, moon shadow, moon shadow. Leaping and hopping on a moon shadow. Moon shadow. I don't know. Fuck. I can't believe it. I thought it was in G, man. Anyway, guys, it's. I think I did give it to you in G. You can work on that. I'm being followed by a moon. I'm being followed by a moon. Moon. See, that's not right. I'm being followed by a moon. Moon shadow, moon shadow. It works good when you go up. I'm being followed by a moon. Moon. Huh? Am I getting two songs confused? I should know this song like the back of my hand. Anyway, it's because um, I think I've done enough. So I really wanted to talk about to get the point across about substitute chords, which is the same as interchangeable letters. It's very important because you're going to find that a lot of songs will have an E minor in them. Well, it doesn't matter which minor it throws in. You can substitute it with the 1, the 4, and the 5. I'll show you how. So we've already proven that A minor can be substituted with not the one next to it, behind it, or the one in front of it. No. It's like Aries does not get along with Pisces, or is not compatible with the energy and frequency of Pisces or Taurus. But it does with Gemini, right? So for argument's sake, Aries, Taurus, hang on. Yeah, Gemini, Cancer. All right, so let's do it that way. So No, I can't do it like that. That's Aries, Taurus. That's Gemini. Forget about that. Okay, so the song that you learned that you love, right? It's not. It doesn't have the 1-4-5 in it. It's got 1-4-5 and an E minor. Well, we substitute in Proud Mary. We threw that out and we put that in, and it worked perfectly. Didn't need it. So, and the F sharp diminished. It rarely happens. That's very rare in any song, but you can replace that with that, the subdominant, the third, or the tonic. That is substitutable with the tonic, believe it or not. It's a very confusing. So we got that out of the way. All right. We already know that if the song has a second minor in it, that you can substitute it with the subdominant or, the subdominant. Now, if it has a third minor, you can substitute it with the dominant. It's so simple. Just jump a chord tone. So as you can see, G, which would be, so let's show this how this works. So G is first, third, and fifth. All right. That's a G major chord. Okay? Now, A minor will be this. Oh yeah, good. You can see all this. Let's see if we can make it better. And make it better. Remember to let her under your skin. When you begin. Okay, so the tonic G consists of the first, third, and the fifth. Well, its second scale tone chord would be A minor, which is A, C, and E. Well, C and E, well, hot dang, they belong, those are the two notes of the C major chord. C, E, and G. The first, the third, and the fifth. So you see, A minor is very close and interchangeable with C. So whatever song you get, they will have these 7 scale tone chords. And because you're going to force everything to conform to 1-4-5, because you'll know the reason when I tell you one day, you probably already worked it out. Yeah, you're going to be throwing out your second, your third, your sixth, and your seventh. You're going to make sure every song is going to conform to 1-4-5 by substitute chords. That's what today's lesson was all about. Okay, guys, next week, I'm not going to be making these available on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be making people go over to Patreon. And I'll be doing a few more free lessons in music, but eventually it's only going to be paid members, and it'll be $5 a month. But it's going to be paid members. Because while I'm doing this, I love giving stuff away for free. I'm taking away time from whatever else I'm doing. And yeah, I have bills just like everybody else, right? So, but next week, you won't be able to go to my YouTube channel, all you YouTube followers of my YouTube channel watching this on YouTube. I'm not doing this anymore on this channel. I may be opening a channel called the Synesthetic method. And then probably I'll switch back to public, but I don't want to be teaching this to the public anymore. So there may be people out there who are not Patreons and who are not, subscribed to my channel and stuff like that. Well, you can go back 2 months and you've got about 10 videos already that will keep you in good stead for the rest of your life. So you don't even need to come to the private. But before I close out, here's what I'm saying. I've shared this with the public and my music for free. The synesthetic method of music is going private. It will be through this channel for a little bit longer until I create a new channel called the synesthetic method. And if anybody's out there that's technical that wants to help me do all this stuff, please help me. I can't monetize this channel because it's not mine. All the channels I'm using, they're not mine. I can't monetize it. So if there's someone out there that wants to help me to monetize these channels, like I used to with my old channel, I used to make like $3,000 or $4,000 a month on ad revenues before they shut me down. Right? So I've got none of my channels are making any money because they're not mine. So if there's anyone that wants to help me set that stuff up so that at least I can be doing this for free and at the same time paying my bills, that'd be great. All right. So yeah, for everybody that's watching this on YouTube, the my Patreon link's in the description. I'll see you there because these are going to be unlisted on my channel, on this channel from now on. This synesthetic method. So thanks for joining. Let me see if there's any questions that I might be able to answer. Have you got any questions? I can't see any questions. Oh, so Cosmic Fern Tree is in Melbourne, my hometown, and saying that the connection sucks. What's going on there geopolitically? I can imagine, God, I can imagine all kinds of lockdowny, creepy stuff's trying to happen in Melbourne. Oh my God, it was already a concentration camp when I was there. I left in 2014, but I did all my music in Melbourne mostly, on the streets. And already there were signs of, I was already starting to make noise about the way Melbourne was becoming a freaking concentration camp. Good luck to you there, Cosmic Fern Tree. All right. We'll see you guys next week. There's going to be a lot more to learn. I remember I'll finish off with a technique for you because I didn't finish explaining to you. here's some tidy ups for you. When you're using your slider to have clean notes, just use this finger to just mute. You get cleaner notes, all right? So if you're focusing on a note, don't just, I've been playing like this a lot just so that you can see where I'm playing. But really, I should have these fingers behind that slider and muting the strings. I should be doing that all along. So, yeah, so see that finger? It shouldn't be like this. That slide shouldn't be all on his own there, like that. All right, you should have those fingers in behind there, muting those just slightly. You can't press hard enough anyway. You'll never get any sound out of them. So don't worry that you're pressing too hard. And if you just slow down the slide. But just keep them there. Keep those two fingers there, and it sort of helps to keep the slide straight as well. And the other thing is, from now on, rest the thumb on that string because you don't need that string. Remember, it's useless in open G. Pretty much, it's Keith Richards absolutely just takes it off. He's famous for it. He just does this. But I like it because it sounds drony. I like that cathedral drone in the background coming from the depths. I don't want a clean sound. I don't like clean. That crispy clean. Let me just mute that. It's nice, but I love the muddiness of that. Anyway, but here's what you're learning, guys. Remember I showed you and I said to you that no rock and roll guitarist in the history of history has been able to do this as fast as I'm doing right now. No one. Why? Because I'm using 3 strokes. I'm not using 2 strokes. If I were doing 2 strokes, it would be like this. And you can't do it fast enough. No matter how much you flick your wrist. Remember, it's like you're shaking water off your fingers. That's how that's all I'm doing. I'm getting all that speed. But I'm not going up and down. I'm rolling, and I'm going up with the thumb, down with my middle finger, and then down with my thumb. So I'm getting an extra stroke in. So as I go up, I just get the 1. But on the way down, I get 2. Finger, thumb, with the 1 roll. You see that one, my wrist? Watch my wrist. Up with the thumb, down with the finger, as you don't change the shape of your hand, you just turn your wrist. That's how you get that. Let me show you slowly. Up, down, down, up. I've got something catching on my nail. I'll just file it, and then I'll do it better. But so learn that. It's going to take you about, well, it depends on how good you are with dexterity, but you should be able to master that if you do it slowly, right? So remember, I've already taught you this, that I don't, there's no jumping around with my hands. They're always here. And I'm not, look at my elbow. Nothing's moving, smiling. All I'm doing is flicking the water off my wrists. And this one I call scratching my bum. Shaking the water off my wrists. Scratching my bum. And I've made literally millions of dollars with music. Millions. So scratch your bum, guys. Enjoy scratching your bum. Nothing like scratching your bum. Just ask Homer Simpson. And burping. Yeah? And the flamenco technique. So you just turning the wrist. All you ladies, you are good at this. And don't have any fingers sticking out. I see a lot of people doing it. They're playing like this, right? They're playing. And they think they're really, I'm doing the rajado, flamenco style. And they've got fingers everywhere, right? Keep it tidy. Keep them in. Yeah, see my hands nice and tidy. Just keep it tidy. All right. Up, down, down. Up, down, down. It's still catching. I'll leave you with this. You already know how to do it. Keep your hands tidy. No fingers sticking out like this. Alright, no. You're not pointing to anybody, so just don't point. Relax. Alright? Up, down, down. And do it lightly, remember. You're just scratching those strings. So I'm getting 3 strokes out for my money instead of 2, instead of just up and down. See, you can't go fast enough. And rock and roll guitar is